For your bone-in short ribs, these have already been cured really lightly and grilled, and then we cooked them for about 16 hours in the bag, and then we pressed them while we cooled them. So in your bag itself is the short rib with the bones in, and some of the fat has rendered out and some of the juices from cooking the meat have rendered out. I have a pot on here with about 4 to 5 inches of water in it at about 190 degrees. We're going to go ahead and just drop this in to reheat. We're going to drop this in there for about 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how quickly this heats up. So before you heat up your water, you want to make sure and check your pot that the short ribs actually fit in the pot. That's my dog, I'm sorry. That the short ribs actually fit in the pot, so you're not transferring really hot water or anything like that. You don't want to burn yourself. But I've got it in there. The water is about at 190 degrees Fahrenheit, and I've got it now on a medium heat, and we'll let it hang out in there for probably 5 to 10 minutes before we take it back out. Okay, while our proteins are heating up, we're going to start assembling all our sides. We're going to start with the asparagus and grilled pineapple. You're going to open this up and you're going to find salsa verde, which you're going to want to set to the side for later. You're going to find al pastor, which we're going to use right now. And then you just kind of want to set your asparagus to the side. Or not your asparagus, the pineapple. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take this asparagus and we're going to lay it out on a tray, and we're going to rub it in this al pastor. So once again, the al pastor. This has guajillo chilies in it, ancho chilies, there's burnt onion, there's some vinegar, and a little bit of honey. I'm just going to take an offset and just kind of rub my asparagus with it. This gives it a really nice earthy flavor. I really love this stuff. So once we have this rubbed, we're not going to put it in the oven yet. We're going to wait for our proteins to come out of the oven, or if you're doing the short rib, out of the water. And then we're going to turn our broiler on. And once that's nice and hot, we're going to put the asparagus under there for about 3 or 4 minutes. So you're going to use almost all of this pastor. And don't be scared, you can taste it. It's not like really spicy or anything. Guajillos and anchos are pretty mild chilies. Just a lot of smokiness in them. So you can see I've got it all marinated. I'm going to sit this to the side and wait for my protein to be done. While we do that, we're going to assemble the salad. So this salad is very similar to the one we had last week. It's just a different salad dressing. You're going to open it up and you're going to see there's every vegetable we could find at the market in there. You've got cherry tomatoes, you've got snap peas, snow peas, cucumbers, corn, lacinato kale, pickled carrots. The list goes on and on and on. There's like 15 or 16 different vegetables in here. We took them all, we processed them all in different ways, and we ended up with it all together in here. And it's super simple. All we're going to do is we're going to dump our salad into a mixing bowl. We have our cherry vinaigrette. This is cherries from K&J Orchard, Brooks cherries. Really, really ripe, really, really beautiful. We are going to season our salad with a little bit of salt. If you want, you can use the finishing salt that's in your package, but personally for me, I like to use a finer grain salt for a salad. And we're just going to go around the edge of our bowl with our dressing. Really vibrant color on this, it's really beautiful. And we're going to toss. Lots of textures in this salad. It's just a lot of fun, really pleasing salad to eat. I think we're gonna do this for the next couple weeks on the menu, just because the feedback on it's been really great, but I also just really love the amount of vegetables in here and all the textures you get from it. So our salad looks nice. Let's taste it. It's delicious. So same as last week, we're gonna grab a bowl. We'll grab our serving bowl, and we're just gonna dump the salad in there. These meals are meant to be eaten family style, but you know, if you're plating at home, you can plate this individually, whatever you want to do. And lastly, for the salad, you have your puffed grains and seeds that we're going to sprinkle on top. This adds a ton of texture. So you've got puffed rice, you've got popped sorghum, you've got sesame seeds, golden and black, you've got sunflower seeds, poppy seeds. So that's the salad. Super textural, really delicious. So we've got our salad made. Our asparagus is marinated over here in the Al Pastor. We're gonna go ahead and heat up the creamed corn. This one's really, really difficult. We're gonna take this and we're gonna put it in the microwave for about 1.5 to 2 minutes. That's it. If you want to heat this up in a pan, you can. Just be careful because all that's in here is corn and corn juice. The thickening agent is the starch that naturally occurs in the corn juice. If you heat this up in a pan, you have to stir it constantly because the starch will sink to the bottom and burn instantly. So I would recommend heating it up in a microwave. So we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna put that in there. Let's do 2 minutes. Our salad's all plated. Our cream corn is just about finished in the microwave. I set the broiler to high on my oven. Both of my proteins are over here resting, and while they rest, we're gonna roast this asparagus under the broiler. So it's already hot. I'm gonna go on the top shelf, just right under it. I want that Al Pastor to caramelize. It'll probably take 4 to 5 minutes. Okay, so it's been 4 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and pull our asparagus out. You can see the top is starting to get real dark on the asparagus, exactly where I want it. We're going to go ahead and not forget about our pineapple that we have left over, or that we saved intentionally. So you can take it, put it on the plate, put a piece of pineapple, just alternate, going back and forth between the asparagus and the pineapple. So after we've got it all on the plate, we still have our salsa verde that we're going to spill over the top. This dish should be bright and vegetal with like the flavor of the roasted peppers that are in the Al Pastor, but also you've got your grilled sweet pineapple to kind of balance it all out, and your salsa verde just has a little bit of heat from fresh serrano chilies. So I just spill that over the top, kind of like such. Just kind of spread it out so you get a little bit in every bite. I'd use the whole thing. So that's our roasted asparagus to go here with our salad. And I still have the corn sitting in the microwave, staying warm, that we're just going to take that and pour it right into a bowl, just like such. Like I said, this is just corn and corn juice seasoned with some salt. That's it. The natural cornstarch that's in the corn thickens and makes the cream corn. So we've got all our sides here ready to go. let's go ahead and plate our proteins. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and take our short rib out of the water. It's been in there about 8 minutes. You can see everything's melted all around it. The meat itself has started to give a little bit. It should be nice and tender. We're gonna let this, because it's so hot, it just came out of the water, we're gonna let this sit. We're gonna plate up our side dishes that are gonna go with it, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna slice this. So with the short rib, you're gonna have a container labeled lettuce, shiso, ginger, daikon. You're gonna have Japanese pickles. In here are garlic clove pickles, spring onions, eggplant, and radish that's pickled with cherry blossoms. And then you have the Ernest steak sauce, which this week is lemon verbena. So what we're gonna start with is our lettuce and shiso cups. You're gonna open this up and you're gonna see it's alternating shiso and lettuce, shiso and lettuce. These are pickled young ginger shoots, and then you have a little bit of pickled daikon in here as well. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm just gonna basically put it in a bowl right here, just the same that it is in the container. And we're also going to take our pickles and just dump them out into a bowl as well. It'll be fun to eat this all together with the short rib. So we'll put these to the side right here. And then we'll put out a little bit of the steak sauce in case we want to smear any of this inside of our lettuce cup. And now we can go ahead and slice our short rib. So just be careful when you open this. The bones are wrapped in parchment, so you want to remove that. But also there's liquid and fat in the bag, so you don't want it to run out. So what we're going to do is slice this open with scissors. You can use a knife if you want. I just find that scissors are easier to use. And we're going to pick up our short ribs. It's quite hot. I'm going to dump this liquid down the sink just because we don't need it. We're going to open up and get rid of the parchment paper. The parchment paper is around the bones just so when we cryovac it, the edges of the bone don't pop the bag at all. And this short rib is cooked in a certain way where it's going to have the texture of a steak. It's not a braised, fall apart short rib. I can show you. I can go ahead and cut this. It should hold up really well in a lettuce cup. So I would take my knife and just go down the bone on this. And you can see the meat's nice and pink. And then, you see, really nice, smells really delicious. And then thinly, I would just go ahead and slice it. Just like you're slicing a steak or anything else. There is gonna be a decent amount of fat on this since it is a short rib, but you can trim that off if you don't want it. You can just get in there and set that to the side. That's if you don't want it. It's super flavorful. Just go all the way down. You can see now it's all broken down and really nice, but it's still all held together. So the meat itself is tender, but it's not a braised short rib in red wine that's lacquered and cooked for multiple hours in the oven at a high temperature. It's going to have a different texture, more similar to a steak. Okay, to serve this, I'm going to serve the bones on there too. Just really dramatic, really awesome. And then all our sliced short rib is going to go down on the plate. And I'm going to finish it with a little bit of finishing salt, just right on top. And that's it. So you've got your short rib with pickles, lettuce cups, and your Ernest steak sauce to go with all your sides that we've already plated. Go for it.